It's game week. You know, the last game week that is going to be disrupted by the international break. I believe this is the last international break for most teams. Of course, then there's AFCON in December, but this is the last international break for Europeans and other continents, despite Africans who go for AFCON in December. So we start off with these are predictions, what I think, of course. Start off with Brighton versus Leeds. Brighton are currently ranked 13th with 12 points. Leeds are 15th with 11 points. Brighton are coming from a defeat against Manchester United, having won 6 out of their last 7 games against United. They lost this one 4-2. And Leeds are coming from winning against West Ham, the whooping boys of the Prem. As a Leeds fan, of course, I'll go Leeds winning by 2-1. Burnley versus Arsenal. Burnley 16th, 10 points. Arsenal just coming from winning the Eze derby. The defense is very solid. They got 22 points. They're the league leaders, the only consistent team so far. As much as people will say it's too early, but the league is theirs to lose as it stands, because they're the only ones that are consistent. Burnley are coming from winning against Wolves, but the thing is Arsenal don't score much anymore. But I would go Arsenal 3, Burnley 0. Palace Brentford. Palace after losing to Eze, it was heartbreaking. At least he didn't celebrate as well. For the love of Palace, he didn't celebrate. Brentford, the one against Liverpool, is also both teams are come. Brentford are on a high with their 13 points, ranked 11. Palace are on 10 with also 13 points. 2-2 draw. That's how I say it, 2-2 draw. Fulham take on Wolves. Fulham with 8 points, actually 17th. You know, the way it goes, I was surprised to see that they're actually 17th. I thought they are mid-table. Wolves 2 points, 20th. Obviously going to be relegated in my own books. Second team to be relegated. Fulham coming from losing to Newcastle. Wolves are also coming from losing to Burnley. Both teams would like at least a point or a victory. For Wolves, it's a must-win. Every match now for Wolves, it's a must-win. But I see Fulham edging this one 2-1. Forest versus Manchester United. Hopefully the deforestation continues and Magnakas goes back. Like I said, for me, I want Forest to eventually become non-existent. So hopefully it continues against Manchester United, who are on 3 consecutive victories. It has been going on for them. They are currently 16th with 16 points. Forest are 18th with 5 points. They haven't lost to Bournemouth in the previous game week. Manchester United came from a victory against Brighton. Sorry about that. So hopefully they make it 4-4 and end and go international break on a high. Then there's the London derby, Tottenham versus Chelsea. They are not really rivals like Tottenham and Arsenal. Chelsea, I think their rival is West Ham or Fulham, but I think it's West Ham. But it's still a London derby. Tottenham currently 3rd with 17 points. Chelsea 9th with 14 points. But I would love a Spurs victory 2-1 after winning 3-0 at Dickinson Stadium convincingly. Yeah, I would love for Spurs to win. But if Spurs win, then United have to win as well. For reasons we all know. Yeah. Chelsea lost to Sunderland. I remember when United won against Sunderland. Most Chelsea fans were saying, "No, it's just Sunderland. It's not really a big team." But then they find out it's not that easy to win against Sunderland, as they lost to them. Then this Garnacho celebration, I think it's cursed. Like most of the time, he does the celebration where he sits at the billboard. They usually end up losing most of the time. Like 80%, if you check the celebration, the team usually loses. So maybe you should be advised to stop celebrating that way, because it seems like it's coming with a curse. Yeah, at least the positive about it, he got his goal. And hopefully, if he scores against Spurs, and hopefully he hits the celebration again, so that's what Spurs win, because it seems like the celebration comes with a defeat in mind. The new whooping boys of the Premier League, the 500 million pound spenders, the big bottlers when it comes to title defending, are playing Villa, who are actually on good form. They've actually won 4 consecutive games. Aston Villa, they're really in a good form. Liverpool also coming from their 4th consecutive defeat. So it's 4 consecutive defeats versus 4 consecutive victories. 7th with 15 points, Liverpool. Villa 8th with 15 points. Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 2. That's how I see it. West Ham, who are obviously going to get relegated, play Newcastle. I'm predicting a 2-1 victory for Newcastle. Newcastle are in their form. You don't know what to expect from them this season. It might be a good game. They might be boring. It's actually seesaw. West Ham with 4 points and are 19th. Newcastle at 12 with 12 points. Then we go to the inconsistent Manchester City versus Bournemouth. City are currently 5th with 16 points. Bournemouth are 2nd with 18 points. Bournemouth are really, really in good form. And with this beat, the cherry on top. Against a victory against City definitely will be a cherry on top for them, and will make their case of qualifying for Europe very much stronger. So yeah, but I think City will win in this one 2-1. Then Sunderland versus Everton. Sunderland 14 points, currently ranked 4th. Everton on 40, ranked 14th with 11 points. I'm sure Job Bellingham and Chris Rick are regretting leaving Sunderland. There's no way of sugarcoating it. I'm sure if they'd stayed, they would have been benefiting playing in the Premier League and being successful as well. But then the twist to the story, if they stayed, would Granit Xhaka have came to Sunderland? Because Xhaka replaced Job, wouldn't know. So they're 5 points ahead of their rivals, that Newcastle. There's a Tyneside rivalry between Newcastle and Sunderland. I wonder how Newcastle fans are feeling seeing for them it's the younger brother. See their younger brother being this successful. Obviously they are not liking it, and obviously they would want to end up on top of them. But at the meantime, it's all Sunderland riding on the Tyneside. It's not Newcastle, but it's Sunderland. And if it continues like this, they might stay in the Prem, and Newcastle fans obviously won't be happy about it. But yeah, that's all for this week. Hopefully you stay tuned, like, share and subscribe, and hopefully you're able to watch the matches this weekend. If you're not able to watch them, come back. I'll tell you what happened on the matches. Stay tuned. We are here. Peace.